So I've just found out that Jake Paul, the YouTuber, influencer, who has been doing a bit of boxing against people who aren't boxers, aside from Tommy Fury, who is a complete novice boxer, and an old retired champion in Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who has been through rehab and all kinds of stuff, been out of the ring for quite a while, an OAP Mike Tyson, who physically is in a terrible place, and two now inactive cruiserweights called Andre August and Ryan Borland, who I have absolutely no idea who they are. I've just found out that that's what qualifies you as the number 14 cruiserweight in the world, according to the WBA. This is an absolute mockery. It's an absolute disgrace. It's a total piss take. I've been in the middle of making another video about Hamza Shiraz and Edgar Berlanga, and I've had to just stop what I'm doing and make a reaction to this. And I'm just going to go in raw here because I'm absolutely furious. The number 14 cruiserweight in the world, according to the WBA. This is an absolute mockery. It's an absolute disgrace. It's a total piss take.
But actually now, Jake Paul has got to think about what he's doing next. If you're that good and you think you're clever, why don't you fight Usyk? Alexander Usyk, he'll fight you. Let's see how that works out for you. You get flattened. Game over.
Fight voluntarily to defend their championship against Jake Paul. Which, if I'm being honest, that's kind of crazy, bro. Isn't that crazy? Right? You're telling me you fought somebody that's not a natural cruiserweight, right?
Boxing fans, we've hit a new low. Jake Paul is now ranked in the WBA's top 15 cruiserweights. After beating a faded Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., he's jumped past dozens of real contenders to grab the number 14 spot, making him eligible for a world title shot.
After defeating Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., the WBA decided to give Jake Paul a ranking. According to them, he's the 14th best cruiserweight boxer in the world. I know they're trying to push him for a title shot and it's the show business and whatnot, but you're disrespecting all the cruiserweight boxers with this one. And to even be ranked, aren't you supposed to actually defeat someone who's ranked? Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. hasn't been ranked in years.
I'm absolutely furious. This is the sort of shit that we have to deal with as boxing fans. Everybody in this sport, and I call it a sport because that's exactly what it is, tries to treat it like it's just a business, like it's just a way of lining their back pockets. You cannot tell me in any world that Jake Paul has done enough to be ranked as the number 14 cruiserweight in the entire world. And I want to be really clear from the off, this isn't actually an attack on Jake Paul's boxing ability, because that's not what this is about. It's about what have you done to show me you're the 14th best cruiserweight in the world? Because for all I know, you might put him in there and he might do really bloody well, but that's not the point. You have to earn that position. How can you have earned that position? By fighting a bunch of influencers, athletes from other sports, and having lost to one of the only active boxers that you've actually faced in Tommy Fury, who very much is a part-time boxer at this point in his life. And then your most recent and highest profile win being against a guy who didn't throw a bloody punch for the first half of the...
So now that Jake Paul won his fight against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., he's apparently ranked top 15 cruiserweights in the world. And apparently, I guess now, world champions are able to fight voluntarily to defend their championship against Jake Paul. Which, if I'm being honest, that's kind of crazy, bro. Isn't that crazy? Right? You're telling me you fought somebody that's not a natural cruiserweight, right? And now you're automatically ranked top 15 and you could fight a couple of world champions and it makes sense. Not that I think he beats any of them. I'm going to be completely honest. I can't see it, bro. If Jake ends up beating somebody, yo, shout out to him. He finessed his way to the fucking top and a world champion and really like cemented himself into the history books. But the way that he boxes, he's just very sluggish. It's kind of slow. You know, I think any cruiserweight world champion, even Badu Jack, will defeat him. And I actually don't even understand why he even wants to fight Anthony Joshua, besides the bag, obviously. But what do you guys think, though? This whole shit has gone crazy.
Second to win a world title. Jake Paul, after beating Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., has now been moved to number 14 in the WBA official rankings, meaning he can be a voluntary defence for Zurdo Gilberto Ramirez's world title. But this is now where we need to beg the question of what is wrong with these rankings, because there is no world where Jake Paul is the 14th best cruiserweight. What do we do? What's boxing got to do to save this? Is it go to a one belt division like the UFC have, or is it just for the divisions that we've got and the belts that we've got to actually just sort themselves out? Make sure you subscribe for the updates. We'll keep it coming, but this is mental.
This isn't about hating Jake Paul. He's a smart promoter, and yes, He's improving. But being ranked among the top 15? That's supposed to be earned through real fights, not celebrity hype and safe matchmaking. Chavez Jr. barely threw punches for the first half of the fight. He hasn't been relevant in years. And now Paul gets rewarded? Fighters grind for years, risking everything in small venues just to get noticed.
I just saw KSI saying that he's going to fight Jake Paul in 6 months. What the fuck is this? Another celebrity bullshit scam? Nah, none of that fucking bullshit. Jake Paul, I will fight you. I'm a fucking nobody. I'm no washed up legend, no fucking celebrity. I'm nothing. I'm nobody. But I will fight you. Give me 6 months. I will be the one to step in that ring with you. And I'll fight you for real. All smoke, all heart, all grit. That's what it really takes. That's what boxing fans fucking deserve. Yo, everybody, if you're watching this, add Jake Paul, tag him, do whatever it takes. Let's make this happen. It won't be KSI, another fucking celebrity, another fucking bullshit, fucking wasted boxing scam. It will be me, someone with no background, no experience, no nothing. I come from nothing, and I'll fight him. I'll give everybody the fight they deserve. We wanted to see Iron Mike knock him down on his ass. You know what? I'm here to finish the job. Let's make this fucking happen.
Welcome back to the pain game. Today we're going to talk Darren Till versus Tommy Fury / John Fury, of course. But first, some more important and quite serious news in the combat sports world. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. It's come out now. It was rigged. I can't believe it. You know, you have to question the validity of boxing these days when you can't trust two professionals to get in the ring and do their best against each other. And instead you find out Mike Tyson pulling his punches, not trying to hurt Jake Paul. Absolute disgrace. I thought better of them. You know, I really did. I thought that Mike Tyson, especially, Iron Mike, he was just going to go in there and knock Jake clean out. But here he is, not trying. I'm so disappointed.
He did not throw barely any punches for the first half of the fight.
More than half. First 8 rounds, you might say.
Yeah, and a little life at the end, but too late when he knew the fight was winding down on time. I say this, that it was hard for me to gauge the performance of Jake Paul. Essentially a sparring session, and I'm trying to see, is he continuing, is he developing, is he getting better? And off of this fight, it was hard to gauge when you're fighting a puncher bag, but then towards the end of the fight, I thought he was exposed. The stamina started to dip, the defense wasn't tight, there was some technical flaws, you could find them, you could hit him. In the end, he gets a decision, he gets another win, he keeps his show moving on. What'd you make of this fight? What'd you think of Jake Paul and his performance overall?
Making no excuses for Jake Paul. Give him credit for what he's done with his career, with his promotion, with his business, with his dream. Give him credit. Give the guy credit. God almighty, he takes risks.
He's useless. Who said Jake Paul's got power? It's like he's hitting him with a feather duster, like, you know, just flicking it in his face. It does make you question them wins he's had, where he's hit him with one shot and they fell on the floor like they've been tasered. Can you imagine that being my dream fight and my biggest payday? Fighting a clown. Jake Paul don't know what to do with himself when he's under pressure. You know, he's on his back foot looking at the floor, probably closing his eyes. It's fair to say he's absolutely useless, isn't he, Jake Paul? He can't fight, can he? I reckon, looking at that, how many rounds do you think I need to beat Jake Paul? Seriously, 2 rounds or a round? 1 round? Is that the end of Jake Paul now or what? He's absolutely useless.
As junior, one guy performed, one guy did what he was supposed to do, brought the fight in, and one guy just didn't. And if I'm talking about Jake Paul and a former world champion, you'd think that what I'm about to say favors the former world champion. And then you realize I'm talking about Chavez Jr., and then you say, no, well, okay, we have to flip those because Chavez Jr. is known for disappointing on the biggest stage, and that's what happened again here. I cannot...
So after Jake Paul's win against Chavez Jr., he's officially ranked number 9 in America for the cruiserweight division and number 70 in the world, which this is ridiculous. Chavez Jr. was retired. How can beating him mean that you're top 10 in the cruiserweight division when there's actual fighters and prospects that's been working their way up? This is crazy. He's fought at heavyweight, he fought Astric at whatever weight, but he's only fought 2 real boxers, Tommy Fury and now Chavez Jr. And an 80-year-old Mike Tyson, there's no way he should be ranked in the top 10. They're already calling for a fight with him and Zurdo Ramirez, which is ridiculous. I feel Jake Paul loses to any young prospect in boxing right now. Any one of them takes him out. Seems like the sanctioning bodies are just trying to cash out real quick before this little era is over. It's bringing a lot of, you know, popularity and notoriety to boxing. A lot of new casual fans are coming to the sport, so I guess it's good putting boxing back on the big stage. But this is cancerous for the sport itself. You know, aside from all the glamour and viewership, this is cancerous to the sport. We see how they just sell out for the money.
Disappointed I am in watching Chavez Jr. over the first.
Meanwhile, a YouTuber walks into the rankings off name value and business deals. This isn't just embarrassing, it disrespects every fighter who earned their place the hard way. Boxing doesn't need more viral moments.
I missed you, I want to get your reaction to the fight.
Oh, great fight. You know, Julio's back after all he's been through, so, you know, I tip my hat off to him. It's not easy, you know, especially through, you know, when life throws at you sometimes, but, you know, it was a good fight.
What'd you make of how Jake Paul looked and fought?
He doing his thing. Jake Paul's looking good. Shout out to him. Yeah.
Do you think he's ready to, like, fight, like, maybe a top 15, top 20?
Sure, yeah.
So I guess where does Junior go from here, in your opinion?
It's up to him. He can retire if he want, or he can have another, you know, fight like this. You know, fight a YouTuber or something.
Yeah. In terms of you, Rayo, when can we see you back in the ring?
I'll be back like in the fall, hopefully.
The fall?
Yeah.
Do you have an opponent in mind?
Nothing set in stone.
All right. Hey, just want to get your thoughts. The rematch between Lamont and Roach, how do you see it? I mean, Tank and Roach.
That's a good fight. 50-50 fight, like the first fight. I'm going to go, you know, I don't know, whoever.
Finally, Canelo and Crawford. Break it down.
That's a good fight, man. That's a good fight. It's hard to count Crawford out, man, because he's just a dog. And if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be Crawford or Benavidez, you know. So, you know, Crawford, I don't know. I'm 50-50.
All right, Rayo, thank you.
Thank you.
As you are watching this video, Jake Paul and Julio Cesar Chavez are currently right now in the 7th round of their fight. But when you go to Google and Google the fight, it gives an accurate breakdown of all their past fights. And then it comes to the current fight, and it says that Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. loses a unanimous decision to Jake Paul in 2025. The fight has not even played out yet. Yet they're saying that this is the end results as they are fighting right now, currently as it stands. This leans testament to the fact that people state that Jake Paul has his fights fixed. What's your thoughts on this? This is nasty work. Unbelievable. This is Google. Google it yourself. Peace.
It's Canelo. I mean, this moment will prove that I'm the face of boxing, the largest attraction. And me versus Canelo at 200 pounds for the cruiserweight championship of the world. It's even bigger than me versus Tyson, and it makes so much sense. Canelo's on his way out. He's going to want a payday, and I want to show the world that all the shit I've been talking about beating Canelo is actually true, and I'll have the biggest upset in the sport of boxing. Show that I have more followers than him, etc. This is going to be the most watched fight of the century, so I'm going to be the new money man.
2, 3, 4, 5 rounds, throw a total of 36 punches. I didn't say land. That's not what I said. I said throw. Chavez Jr. threw 36 punches over 5 rounds. And out of the 36 he threw, he landed 8. 8 punches through 5 rounds. 15 through 6. 20 through 7. He landed 20 punches through 7 rounds.
It needs integrity. Will this circus keep going? Or is it finally time to take the sport back? Subscribe and drop your thoughts in the comments.